a man was called to give a speech. In it, he reflected on the principle of equality embodied in the Declaration of Independence. He said to the audience, "Now, my friends, can this country be saved upon that basis? If it can, I will consider myself one of the happiest men in the world if I can help to save it. If it can't be saved upon that principle, it will be truly awful. But if this country cannot be saved without giving up that principle, I was about to say I would rather be assassinated on this spot than to surrender it." He went on to say, "My friends, this is a wholly unprepared speech. I did not expect to be called upon to say a word when I came here, but I have said nothing but what I am willing to live by and, in the pleasure of Almighty God, die by." Unfortunately, the speaker did die. His name was Abraham Lincoln. He uttered those words on February 22, 1861, in Philadelphia, before he was even sworn into office. He unfortunately, quote, "gave the last full measure of devotion," end quote, he spoke about at Gettysburg. All of us are familiar with the words, "Do unto others as you would have them do to you." Many in this country are Christians and think that those are their words, but they are not Christians' words. Christianity, of course, came from Judaism. Jesus was a Jew. He drew his words from the Torah, from the prophets. But they are not the Jews' words. 5 centuries, half a millennium before Jesus, Confucius uttered his version, yet they are not his words either. These words cannot be claimed by any one group. They belong to each of us, all of humanity. If one of us feels we can kill, what we mean is we can also be killed. A candidate for president this year has been threatened more than once by violence. So have election workers, everyday individuals who are simply trying to provide a vote to every American. Even those providing emergency aid and relief as part of FEMA to victims of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton have also been threatened by violence. Regardless of who has been threatening the violence, their message is the same, and the message has been received. Our country is in danger. It is in trouble. Now, we can sit back and say, well, that's somebody else's problem. It's somebody else's job to fix. But it's not somebody else's country. It's ours. It is not somebody else's democracy. It's ours. It is not somebody else's freedom, nor is it somebody else's equality. It is ours. It's all of ours. Therefore, it falls to all of us, and each of us, to act as Lincoln said, with malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, to finish the work we are in, and to bind up the nation's wounds, because it is clear as day that our country is gravely wounded. Election day is obviously on Tuesday. If you can, vote. If you can't, pray, and let us all do what we can to save this country.
I'm delighted to see each of you here tonight in spite of a storm warning. You reveal that you are determined to go on anyhow. Because the world is all messed up, the nation is sick, trouble is in the land, confusion all around. That's a strange statement. But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars.